Donald Trump is now saying he's open to using the US military to deal with crime in major cities. And this is one of the boldest, most dangerous ideas I've ever heard from him. On the surface, it sounds like he wants to clean up the streets and make things safer. But the reality is, this isn't about safety. It's about power and control.
And we haven't had to bring in the regular military, which we're willing to do. We have to. And after we do this, we'll go to another location and we'll make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough.
When you start talking about deploying soldiers into American neighborhoods, that's not policing. That's martial law. And once you go down that path, history shows it's almost impossible to walk it back. Trump is presenting this as if the military can magically stop crime. But crime doesn't just come out of thin air. It comes from poverty, lack of resources, lack of opportunities, and a system that keeps failing people. If this country stopped sending billions in aid overseas and actually invested that money into struggling communities right here at home, crime would naturally decrease without the need for tanks and troops on US soil. And let's not ignore the timing. Talking about sending the military into cities right before elections is not accidental. Most of the cities he's referring to are led by Black women in positions of power: mayors, governors, police commanders. That's not coincidence. This is about intimidation and control, plain and simple. Now, I understand why some people might feel desperate enough to want this. If you're living in a city where violence feels normal, you might think the military could bring peace. But that peace comes at a cost, the cost of your freedom. Because once soldiers are on your streets, you're not being protected, you're being controlled. Trump isn't fixing problems, he's flexing power. And that's the real danger here.